The United States government approves a historic procurement of the Arrow 3 defense system in Israel's largest ever defense deal. It's a joint landmark $3.5 billion defense agreement between Israel, the United States, and Germany. The Arrow 3 missile defense system is designed to intercept exo-atmospheric ballistic missiles. Here's more from Israel's defense minister, Yoav Gallant.
The U.S. government's approval of the delivery of the Arrow 3 missile defense system to Germany is an expression of confidence in the excellent capabilities of Israel's defense industries. This is a significant decision, which will contribute to Israel's force buildup and economy.
All right, we're back with more with JONATHAN REGEV. Okay, so this Arrow 3 also a big deal because it's not the Iron Dome. It's not just for Israel to use when we're being attacked by missiles. So explain why this is such a huge deal geopolitically, you know, defense-wise, etc.
Crisis for one is opportunity for another, and this is exactly the case. The Arrow 3 and the Iron Dome, which you mentioned, and the David Sling, these are three layers of defense were built together, made together by Israel and the United States to protect Israel. This is something to protect Israel from short, medium, and long-range missiles. But the conditions in Europe are changing. Of course, Russia is now no longer the neighbor that you can perhaps be a partner of, as was up until a year and a half ago. Yep. The invasion of Ukraine proved that the situation is probably different. And the European countries, they find the need to protect themselves from a possible Russian attack. So we're seeing this huge deal with Germany, $3.5 billion, very big money. It was only 2 weeks ago when the sale of another system, the David Sling, to Finland also came to be. All of them, of course, Israel may be the one selling them, but it has to go through American approval, since this is a joint project, right. Israeli and American. So a very big landmark, and the systems which originally were made to protect Israel in a Middle Eastern environment are now also serving.
So again, another example of Israeli technology that is useful around the world. Now, exactly. Explain it, like literally, it could go all the way up into space. So, for example, obviously we have the Iron Dome for local things, but God forbid Iran or, even the United States, years of history during the Reagan times of fearing all these missiles. So literally it goes into outer space?
Pretty much, yes, because the Iron Dome intercepts things at a very close range. Let's remember the Gaza border. From within Gaza, we're speaking of less than a mile. And we're seeing that. We look up at the sky when we hear sirens in times of crisis and we see the interception. This is a different story. The David Sling, which we mentioned, it was sold to Finland. That deals with medium range threats, and the Arrow deals with long range threats. In the Israeli case, rockets coming perhaps from Iran, and they're intercepted deep in space. These are not things, it's not as if we're going to look up in the sky and we're going to see these plumes of smoke that we see in the Iron Dome. Yeah. This happens deep in space. A system which calculates something going outside in Iran, being able to be launched in Israel and intercepting it in space.
It's really just unbelievable to wrap your head around the fact that we're living to see something like this being constructed and hopefully not used. Thank you, JONATHAN, for your insight as always.